Hello, Leo. Welcome to your Aries New Moon reading. I am so excited that you're here. Thank you for joining me. This is Into the Infinite. I'm Charlie. Welcome. So, this is your Aries New Moon reading. I thought it'd be really fun to put together a little reading for each sign based on reading the energies of it and just seeing where this takes us. So, I got the idea to do a call to adventure. Now, it's pretty broad, so it can encompass a bunch of different things for you. What I wanted to do with it, though, was to see where this took us, and seeing the new moon as a time to begin again. I just heard begin again, refresh, sort of hit the reset button, right? And really energizing ourselves through this new moon. So I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to start by I invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Beautiful energy. Very quickly, I would like to shout out to somebody that I work with who is a Leo, who has been supportive of this idea from day one before any videos hit YouTube, and with whom I really enjoy talking all spirituality of all sorts, tarot, the journey. Yes. So the energy for Leo. Let's do this, shall we? Spirit, can you please give me messages for the Aries new moon from our wonderful Leo pals? Thank you so much. And this is the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann, in case you're wondering. You came out right here. That's perfect. Leo. I'm just going to take this one as well. Oh, brilliant. I mean, and then the Magician on the bottom. I'm going to take that one too, just because I can and I feel like it. That's the Aquarius and the Sag in my chart talking. So this is beautiful energy going into this new moon. Why? Because I feel like there's a certain, there's something that you're gaining confidence from or gaining confidence through. I almost feel like there's been something that's been elusive. And what just came to mind was I heard the words through the looking glass, like Alice in Wonderland, I think. I almost feel like things weren't necessarily as they appeared, and it was really starting to throw you, I'm getting. But I think that there's a way that you're kind of stepping back into your power. So this is the Eight of Swords that I got here on the first. Second card I got was your card, which is beautiful. That's you standing in your power. This is a fire season, so it's a great, great energizing energy. It's a great energizing time. I find I have fire in my chart, and I feel like I'm home in that fire energy. I'm much more at ease in it. And I don't know if that's similar for you. Again, I'm taking testosterone and it's wonderful, but there are times where I start to squeak. So we're just going to roll with it because that's part of transitioning. And yep, I love me. So I love transitioning and being trans. So we're going to roll with that still. Okay. So I just had to say that as an aside. So I apologize. I am, like I said before, living my best teenage vocal box dream. So, but you, Leo, are stepping into this beautiful energy. I just get this image of you. It's almost like the only thing missing here is like this is a crown, really. The only thing missing is a crown. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like you're moving through certain things that have eluded you. They could be thought patterns. I'm seeing this as like ways of seeing yourself. Ways of seeing yourself. You're kind of removing some of the thought patterns and shifting them and kind of not dodging them, but you're just seeing them very clearly, right? This could be a time for building where you're embarking upon the integration of new habits, new patterns that really support this growth. And I do see that whatever it is that you're moving towards or wanting to manifest, the Chariot and the Magician here tell me that you're well on your way, my darlings. You're well on your way. I'm going to clarify this with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, and there you are again. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just have to... Leo, that's like, there's you and more you. And honestly, would the rest of the Zodiac have it any other way? You teach us so much about stepping into our power and shining, and it is such a beautiful energy. So I'm leaving that there. And just so that I'll show you again, the Sun card came out, which is more Leo. Lots of fire. So, Spirit, can I get some clarification on this Aries New Moon energy for my wonderful Leos? Thank you so much. Amazing. So I see you kind of stepping into this new moon energy from a place of understanding your value and worth, and you're very clear on it. The reason why I say this, so we got the Ace of Cups here, and then clarifying the Ace of Cups is the Nine of Swords, which is kind of lost in your thoughts, worry, anxiety, 555 on the time. So I do think this is kind of a big shift for you. And then the King of Swords, which is to me about clarity and deep understanding. Deep understanding. So this is like understanding after internal difficulty, right? Nine of Swords to King of Wands, or King of Swords. I feel like you're stepping into the King of Wands. It would not shock me if that card came out. But then you got the Six of Wands, which to me is kind of a public recognition or celebration. So this is sort of you understanding your value and worth, and filling, like, you know, not just filling your own cup, but like your cup runs over because you're filling it for yourself in a way that's meaningful to you. And what that's allowing for is this sort of external recognition and bringing the beliefs and things that you're integrating internally outwards so that other people can see it. And I think that if you're concerned about how other people might see you or feel about these new things, they could be boundaries, they could be beliefs, they could be habits that you're taking in, and really letting, not lead your life, but letting complement the, I guess, the foundations of it. I think that other people are actually going to be more okay with it than you might think. If you've had any worries, this Nine of Swords, if you've had worries about it. Spirit, can I get more clarification here for my wonderful Leos? How might all of this go down? Is it, are other people helping? Is it an internal thing exclusively? The world, well, whatever it is, it's pretty damn big. The world and the star card. The world is, I always get them mixed up with the wheel. The world is Saturn, the wheel is Jupiter. So the world, this is Saturn here, kind of poking through in the Aquarius card. And this also encompasses you. So this is the fixed signs, right? The world has Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And then Aquarius showed up here as well. So you could have 11th house placements in and around Aquarius and that Saturn and Uranian energy. Saturn's more 10th house, but I feel like it can kind of spill over into the Uranian energy depending on how it lands in your chart. But I think this is kind of an invitation to look at how all of this is sort of cascading into the month for you. Wow, that's a beautiful visual. Cascading into the month for you. And I say that because of this wonderful star healing energy in the water bearer. So that's actually quite wonderful. I think that there's something to be said for integrating sort of wisdom from those around you. The Aquarian energy represents the collective energy. Yeah, integrating the wisdom of those around you. Holy shit, Leo. Okay. I feel like I cuss so much. Like I'm a sailor without a ship. If it offends people, I'm so sorry. But I'm also, I'm leaning into the not sorry. I'm trying. I know. I'm trying. Because I feel like it will definitely screw with my ability to eventually have these become monetized. But yeah, I'm more interested in imparting wisdom than I am with anything shiny like that. But this, so overall, Leo, this tells me that there's something to be said for the way that you're integrating this wisdom, and you just know now. You just know. All of these are major arcana cards. So what this tells me is that it's not just big energy that you're kind of surfing right now, but it's big energy that you're opening up inside of you, which is beautiful because you go from this kind of internal, external, then boom, finally external victory, right? So then you finally bring these things that you're learning internally outwardly, and it's helping so many people. That can mean teaching, that can mean just becoming more yourself and letting other people revel in and delight in who you are, right? That's the other lesson too. That's the lesson you teach all of us in the zodiac, right? That is the light, and that's the higher octave, I should say, of your sign. That fifth house being seen, right? So I think that this is beautiful energy. those major arcana are, that's wild to me. Like, look at how many, that's still how much is left in the deck. Like, and then even for this one, you got 4 major arcana out of 5 cards. I feel like this Aries new moon, you may find that your energy is particularly activated, and activated not in a way that is stressful or anything along those lines, but I'm getting this real pull and recognition that you may just need to rest. You may need to rest that beautiful self of yours, Leo, and because I think this going inward, this, because the moon shows up here, clarified by the Chariot and the Magician. I think that that's really going to allow you to bring this this part of you, or this piece of you, externally, right? I think it's going to allow you to make the shift from internal processes that you're not sure about to this is who I am and being confident in it. So, Spirit, can I get some clarification here on these 3 major arcana cards, the Moon, the Chariot, and the Magician, and how they relate to Leo's new moon energy? Thank you so much. I mean, I'm not complaining. This is excellent energy for you. 11:11 on the time. Page of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. So I think that I almost get this image and this impression of people feeling like you were stealing the spotlight at one point. It's almost like you were stealing the spotlight, and you've had to kind of fight that off with this Knight of Swords energy. I get this sort of like, no, and you're having to like defend yourself against these incorrect assumptions that people have made about where you're coming from, what your intentions are, and all of that stuff. So it's almost like you have to, by stepping into this energy of who you are, you're also making a declarative that allows other people to see you more clearly too. And I think that people may have felt like you were stealing the spotlight because of this Page of Wands here. So I'll hold them up for you. So we have the Page of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like there's like this sense of working with other people in this fiery, passionate energy. And then we go to the 7 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And I feel like the spotlight energy comes from, I got that impression from the energy of the Magician here, because the way I saw it was like this, like you were in the spotlight, you were manifesting something in the spotlight, and it made people feel really uncomfortable. And sometimes that can be the case even just with family, right? Where, you know, you take center stage, which is a beautiful energy, but other people may not understand where you're coming from. And if they haven't processed their own shadow and done the work internally, they can really misinterpret what that means, right? They can really misinterpret that and say that you're operating from a shadow because they don't want to face their own, when what you're doing, my dear Leos, is operating well within the light, right? So this came up here. I think this is more like a call to action for you. The Chariot coming up again. So really a call to action. The 10 of Cups, Chariot, and Temperance, but it actually went Temperance, Chariot, 10 of Cups. So sorry, I sort of hold it up backwards, but it's actually this 1, 2, 3. So I think that by balancing this energy and more fire energy. So Sag is the energy of kind of expansion in the zodiac, optimism. It's the Jupiter energy of the 9th house. And I think that this is the energy you need to hold right now amidst this kind of, this is more mental conflict that I'm getting, where somebody may have said, like, don't steal the spotlight, don't stand in your power. I think it's just making you feel a little bit defensive here, a little bit defensive, because it's almost like you're worried that someone's going to like take the wind out of your sails, I'm hearing. But I think that this is more mental. And if that does happen, if these things are hidden, and if people come up, if this comes up, I think it's important that you let it go, because I'm not seeing Wands energy here in terms of the 5 or the 7, that's really the external conflict, right? That's externally facing conflicts, like this 6 of Wands, externally facing victory, public recognition. So this is really internal processes that could be carryovers, from this Page of Wands, right? The Page of Wands, you may have learned that it's best just to carry your own light, your own page, right? Um, yeah. And sometimes it's not that easy. I'm hearing too, in terms of pages, what came to mind was being on the same page as people, and that it can be challenging when you're the only one on that page. But there is something to be said for standing in your power. Like you have so much support behind you in terms of the energy of this new moon. To get the magician and the high priestess and the hermit and star and world and chariot and strength, like Leo, if you knew how much energy I feel that is behind you right now, you would have no doubt. And I think that's that fearless fifth house energy that you need to step into, even just a tiny bit, it's something. I have that call back your energy meditation that was posted this weekend, and I think that may be something, there may be something in there for you if you're struggling with that, because we can work through the shadow of experiences that we have. But then we also kind of run into this situation of we sort of have to pull back and call back our power, right? And it's almost like you're in between two worlds right now. And I think that that could be in between two spiritual worlds right now. But this is also, I think, the lamb instead of the lion. You are the lion, and the lamb is your innocence. And I think that you're returning to that innocence about you, that fun, that sort of light energy. And as you know, the light guides the way, right? That's your wisdom leading you home. And it's almost like this is kind of showing up as you holding the torch and showing the way for the public victory, right? That public recognition, that bringing things externally for you. But this here, balancing things, alchemizing, integrating, doing the work internally, expanding into optimism and staying optimistic, even if your mind is like, no, I have all these things for you. I have a file folder of reasons why you should worry. Move away from it. Don't stay in that place of worry or doing so much work on yourself that you forget the lightness as well, because I think that is something that you're being pulled into, and this is kind of your call to adventure, right? The universe is calling you. And then the 10 of Cups is your ultimate happiness. It's your ultimate happiness. So I think that this is where you're moving towards this sense of peace and fulfillment. And this to me reads as emotional fulfillment in this instance. So I think through this new moon, there's going to be some shifts internally that may not show up externally right away, but I think it's a clarity that others will see. It's a clarity that others will see that will be undeniable. They cannot unsee it, nor can they, deny that it's there for you. So I'm going to pull from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle here for you, my dear Leos. I know this reading is a bit long, but that's fine. Leos are worth it. And they, I don't know who in the collective is a Leo, but I heard in my head, we damn well better be, which is a very Leo thing to say. Oh, I love you guys. Spirit, can you give me Hero's Journey Dream Oracle messages for the Aries New Moon for my Leos? One more? Okay. So, breadcrumbs of bliss, heed your pleasure principle. That's a you card for sure. I think this is definitely an invitation to remember that you don't have to build your happiness as the equivalent of Rome. You don't have to build Rome in a day, right? Baby steps, breadcrumbs, but not breadcrumb yourself. It's breadcrumbs of bliss. There's just a trail. Follow the trail. Every single day, do at least one thing, and that one thing will show you another thing and another thing and another thing until you have this garden full of paths back to your happiness. And it's actually really beautiful. The energy that I'm reading for this for you, Leo, is excellent. One with the sun, be the light. Again, your card. That's the 5th card. So number 5. That is a Leo card if I ever saw one. So this is you really stepping into your power here. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt. And I say that there's no doubt that you're stepping into your power, but I also feel like there's no room for doubt for you because there's so much available to you right now. And that's where surfing this energy well and using it well is going to really benefit you. So start something new, learn a new, study, learn something new, start a new project. It's time. I feel like this is the universe saying it's time. The universe is on your side. The major arcana cards to me represent the universe, and the minor arcana here and all the court cards represent other people and your thoughts. And I think the universe really is here to say, like, we're on your side. Look at all of the support. So, Leo, that is your Aries new moon reading. You've got all the support in the world that you need, more than you know. So, if you like this reading or it resonated, feel free to like or subscribe. I love doing this, and it helps me to connect our energy together so that I can continue to do this and put out content like this. There are plenty of other ways to connect with me throughout the week and in between moon cycles, in between lunations, as they were. I love that word. So, I look forward to seeing you on the next videos. My dear Leos, have a wonderful Aries new moon. Bye.